Tony, I really enjoyed this movie. I just
Oh, I'm so
did
glad.
it with my 7-year-old and my 5-year-old.
Oh, great. That's
It's
awesome.
just so fantastic. And I
Thanks.
love how it really explores how kids use fantasy to
Yeah.
deal with loss and to process hard emotions. As a dad yourself and as a
hmm
person of faith, how did
hmm
that theme resonate with you personally?
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, honestly, I related to Taylor. My character in the movie's name is Taylor, and when he loses his wife, he kind of goes into a place where he compartmentalizes emotion, and he's like, we just got to move forward. And then she starts drawing, and I'm kind of freaked out by it. But he then learns in the end, like I gotta give her the respect and my kids the respect to allow them to feel the feelings because that's how we're gonna get through this. And I totally relate to that. There's this new term called snowplow parenting where you want to remove all the challenges from your kids' path because it's too painful to see them walk through them, but they have to walk through them. So honestly, I guess what I'm saying is I totally related to Taylor's instinct to want to just block his kids from feeling this stuff. And as a person of faith, I mean, that's how my toughest, what's that term like? Nothing grows on the mountaintop, but everything grows in the valley. And it's like the hard times is where you're refined and go through stuff. And it's not easy, but that tends to be where the growth is.
Hmm. Yeah, there's a powerful moment where your character is told to depersonalize the house, like remove faces and remove
Yeah.
memories. And that was such a metaphor for how, grief makes you erase what you're not ready to lose.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Are there any moments in the film that really hit home for you emotionally? Because for me, that was such a like, whoa, that was
Yeah.
such a powerful
That's
moment.
actually, I love that you said that. I think the thing that hit me the most is there's a line with my son at the end where I'm talking with him at the pond and I say, "It's not your responsibility, man." And
Mm.
what I'm saying to him is he's carrying all this responsibility to try and fix his sister, to try to fix the situation. And that's not his responsibility. And I remember that as a kid, kind of taking on other people's feelings, taking on other people's responsibilities. And if someone had just been like, "Hey, it's not your responsibility, give yourself a break," that like that turns the the crank in my heart big time.
I love that. So this movie really is about healing, even though there's a
Yeah.
really cool fantasy elements, great animation. I mean, all of it's so.
Amazing. Amazing.
What do you hope families take away from this movie, especially those who are grappling with loss, which we all will at some point in our life?
All will. All will. You know, when I see this movie, it's there's so many aspects to it. We describe it like Inside Out meets Jurassic Park because it has this very deep current of processing feelings mixed with this just eye candy of an adventure family movie like something like Jurassic Park. But I also love the fact that that's kind of life. I think the director once said that some of his friends who've gone through the hardest times are some of the funniest people because you have to find that balance of, yeah, this is really hard, but sometimes you got to take the air out of the balloon. It's and ironically, Inside Out talks about bringing all the emotions to the table. God gave us these emotions to help us process these challenges. So there's a lot that I want families to take. One, I just love kind of shared family viewing experiences. Goonies was my shared family experience where fun, adventure, scary, but we could watch it as a family. The parents enjoyed it, kids enjoyed it. I want that same experience with families, but also just to kind of like, I'd love for parents to watch it and give themselves a break. Like we're all in a learning curve. We all make mistakes. And then kids can see it and be like, yeah, there's a lot of different ways to process feelings.
Yeah. Yeah. What encouragement do you want to give to parents who might be in the thick of it right now to just parent well, even when it's hard?
Woo. I would say just make sure your tank is full. It's the we can pour we're pouring ourselves out so much for our kids and we forget to take care of ourselves. And I mean, honestly, speaking of faith, I grew up with a message that taking care of yourselves was kind of shameful. You should
Mhm.
always be thinking about others. You should always get your eyes off yourself. That's what Christ did, all this stuff. And it's like Christ also love your neighbor as yourself. Like you gotta you gotta keep your tank full so that you can be there to help others. So self-care is important.
Yeah. Oh, what a great answer, Tony. So nice to chat with you.
Yeah, nice to chat with you. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for more Christ-centered journalism.